Okay guys, so when we set up our site, when we have first deployed a site from WordPress Alpha, we have to do some personalizations inside the actual website itself. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to choose some plugins that we want to use, delete any plugins we do not want to use, and we have to set up some settings. Okay, so you can see in here, if I go into all plugins, I've got a whole bunch of plugins already installed in here, and some of these plugins are active and some are inactive. Okay, I have activated by default the ones that I like to use myself. Okay, you might have different plugins that you want to use to replace some of these. Some of these you might never want to use, and some of these you might just want to delete. It's entirely up to you. Okay, but the configurations are done for most of these that are in here. Okay, so what I want to do is go into my active plugins first, and I'm going to choose from this which ones I want to keep active and which ones I want to get rid of. Okay, so this all-in-one WP migration is there as a backup. We don't really need it. We can deactivate this. The Amp It Up, I'm keeping it there. There are better AMP plugins, but this one doesn't need any settings. And I put this in here because for most people, they don't understand exactly what it is. It's actually for optimizing mobile pages. Okay, and if you don't understand all the tech stuff, this does a good enough job that all we need to do is have it installed and it's doing some work for us in the background. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one. Backlink Saver, I'm going to keep that because if we got expired domains and we got some links coming in to URLs that no longer exist, say for example, expired domain was wordpressalpha.com/how to start blogging, something like that. Say for example that particular post or page had something like 100 backlinks, then because that post or page no longer exists when I have installed a website, okay, then maybe we're going to be losing that link juice, and what we need to do is to use a plugin like Backlink Saver, and that's going to redirect all the broken links to the home page. Okay, so that link just will pass through. That's what that's for. So we're going to keep this one. Category tag pages I don't need for this particular website. Classic editor I'm going to keep in here. Contextual related posts, I'm going to take this off for now. Schema I'll leave on. Site origin widgets I will leave on. SlimStat I'm going to leave on. The settings all done for this. Same for social warfare, settings all done. Broken link status, I'm going to take this off because I'm going to put in my link control alpha. Okay, you can run this with link control alpha if you want to, or just leave it in there if you want to. I'm going to take it out. This WP Easy Review, I'm going to get rid of this. I don't need it active. Plugin Vault, I'll show you that in a second. That's a premium plugin. I can't give you that, but I can tell you where to buy it, and I can give you a bonus for buying it as well from my link. Okay, but it's going to be inside all of the deploy templates, this one, and I'll show you this in just a second. It's a really powerful plugin for what we're doing right now for choosing which plugins to use. Okay, WP Forms I'm going to keep. YouTube I'm going to keep. So everything else in here I'm going to deactivate. Okay, and this keeps the site lighter when we don't have stuff in there that we don't actually want to use. Okay, so now when I'm in this section here, what I like to do here is checkbox all and go through them like this. Add rotate, I'm going to keep it in case I want to do rotating adverts like widgets with images and stuff that rotates the adverts. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I do not. Okay, I'm going to keep it there for now. Okay, now Akismet anti-spam, I don't really use that. Okay, all-in-one migration I don't want. Autoblog alpha, I'm not going to use it for this particular site. Okay, this blog is actually the blog for WordPress Alpha. Okay, I'm going to use this for content marketing, and we're going to do some SEO case studies with this particular little blog so that we can use it to drive traffic to offers. So if you're in the Project 66 membership, you'll get to see all of that. Okay, auto optimize, I don't want that. Category tag pages, I don't want it. Contextual related posts, no, I don't want it. Disable Gutenberg, I don't want it. These three here I do want. I'm going to activate these in a minute. Okay. And header footer, I can keep that one. Hello Dolly should not be there. Hummingbird, I will keep it. Infographic one, I will keep. Inline related posts, I'm going to keep. Jetpack, I don't use it. Other people use it a lot. I don't. I never have. I don't fully like it, for want of a better term. It's got some good stuff, but some other stuff that I just don't. I haven't got deeply into it, put it that way. Okay, quick AdSense. I'm going to keep it for now because it's actually quite good. Redirection we want to keep. Okay, so these ones I want to keep, I'm just going to uncheck these. Sumo Me we're going to keep, that's a very good plugin. Progressive Web Apps plugin, that's underestimated what we can do with that. Okay, Tiny Mice we're going to keep. Auto Terms. This creates privacy policy and stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to keep that, it's useful. Broken Link Status Checker, I will keep it in case I want it later. WP Clone I don't want. Easy Review I don't want. External links I do not want. Indexify I will keep. Link Builder I will keep for now, but I've actually got something that does exactly the same as what this does. One of my, I'll show you in a few minutes as well. WP Touch, depends on if I'm going to change my theme, then I might want to have that in the background so I can pull it in any time. Yoast I'm going to keep because I need to decide between sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I need to decide between All-in-One SEO and Yoast SEO. Now, the way that I use, why I'm using both and the way that I use them and differentiate them. If I'm doing a blog, it's going to be like an authority site, like a blog, like a niche site. I will use Yoast, okay? If I'm doing for local business directory sites or any mass page builders, I will use All-in-One SEO. The reason is our plugins, WP Traffic Scout and Local Biz Alpha, both work with the All-in-One SEO. So if you're building a local directory site or a Traffic Scout site where you're using it for keyword poking at WordPress level, okay, then you want to keep All-in-One SEO activated. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to delete all these ones that I don't want, and we can get rid of them. And there we go. You see how fast that is? That's a really fast hosting. That's why that went so quick. Really powerful hosting in the background with this DigitalOcean. Okay, so now that I've got that done, let me show you something very quickly. This is called WP plugin Vault. Now we might try to build something similar to this, but it's not going to be priority if we do it. And this tool is actually very good. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. Okay. Now what is it? It costs $17 first of all, just $17. Okay. With this, what you can do is you can see these premium plugins that I put in here. You can do this with your own plugins as well. So if you bought some premium plugins, for example, if you have bought something like WP Fresh Start, okay, that's kind of a common one. I was kind of struggling to think of one that was common that everybody would recognize there. Say for example you got plugins like from Abbott, his SEO plugins, or you've got some Autoblog, video Autoblog plugins, or you've got some plugins like WP Fresh Start, etc. You can put those into one website where you create a vault. Okay, so if I click on here, the vault, right, and here I can click on Activate a Vault, and then I can upload the plugins, my premium plugins, that I might want to use in any sites in future. Okay. Now how this works is that when I install a new site, or when I deploy a new site, I can come in here and click on Install Plugins from the Vault. Okay. And when I click on this, it means that whenever I start a new site, okay, I can choose any premium plugins that I want to install onto my site and just click there, and it's going to install it in a couple of seconds. It means I don't have to go and run about looking between different computers or different folders on on my computer. Maybe I've got some on a desktop, some in downloads, and some on documents, and some on OneDrive, and some on Dropbox, etc. It gets kind of messy, okay, if you're not that organized, and most people are not that organized, okay, especially with this kind of stuff. So this is where we can keep it all, and that way I can just click on this. All we do is upload them, okay, and then we click on that to install. Okay, so to upload them, what you do is you click on this part here. It's called Vault, okay, and you just click on here to choose a file, find it on your computer, whether you got it on your desktop, whether you got it on documents, downloads, Dropbox, OneDrive. All of those are familiar because that's where I found all of these plugins today. Okay, some were in Dropbox, some were in OneDrive, some in my documents, some on the desktop, some in the download folders, and it gets really messy and really frustrating every time you're trying to build a site out. Okay, so these are the premium plugins that I cannot put in to the WordPress template. Okay, so I needed a solution, and this guy has provided a solution for just $17. It's perfect for what we're doing here. Okay, so you can put all of these in here, you just upload them, and then when you want to deploy them, you click on here, install plugins from the Vault. Okay, and then what you can do is checkbox the ones that you want, the premium ones that you want to use for that particular site, click on that, and you've got them installed. Very easy, very quick. Of course, you still need to add your license keys, but that's a little bit easier to manage than having plugins all over the place. It just makes it really simple and fast and easy. Okay, so what I've done is I've added this into the template now. Okay, I cannot give you my login details because I don't have a PLL license, I don't have a reseller license, I don't have a white label license, but I put it in there so if you want to buy it, okay, then you can activate it with your own email address after you have purchased it. Okay, now once you have done that, what you can do is upload the plugins that you want from the premium ones that you bought before, and then you can deploy it on every site in future. All you need to do is assign one site for this, okay, where you just use as your vault, this one site you're going to use as your vault. And when you have created your vault, it gives you a URL that you can use, okay? So you can copy my URL if you want here, and pull that in, but none of these plugins are going to be any good to you unless you've got a license key for them, okay? But once you have done this on one site, then you just use your same URL every single time that you deploy a site, okay? Very quick, very easy. So that is in the plugins in here, and you can see that I've got it active over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some settings. Now what we need to do for the settings, once we have decided on the SEO plugin that we're going to use, you need to go into the SEO plugin, fill in the title and description of your site and stuff like that. So I'll cover some of that. I'll just go through what should be done rather than you watching over my shoulder, because it gets kind of long, laborious watching over the shoulder when you're filling in forms and stuff, especially with me doing typos all the time. So let's try and get through this as quickly as possible.